welcome to Bingley Town Council Planning Meeting on this the 11th of January 2022. Agenda 21, 22, 57. Apologies for absence. We've all seen the apologies for absence, so we just need to approve them one by one, don't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
No apologies for absence. Yeah.
Shall we start with Rachel? I'll propose Rachel.
Seconded.
Seconded. All in favour? Thanks. David Heseltine.
Proposed.
Seconded. All
In favour.
And Louis Kirkdale.
Proposed.
Proposed. Seconded. All in favour? Really. 2258. Disclosures of interest. To receive declarations of interest from councillors on any items on the agenda. No. Have we received any written?
No.
No. Right then. 21-22 minutes. To approve the minutes of the meeting held on Tuesday the 9th of November. They're the first ones attached. So are they a true and correct record? Because obviously I wasn't there, so I would thank somebody to propose them and second them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I propose them.
I'll second.
Seconded. Dale?
Yes,
All in
sir.
favour? Yeah. And of course I wasn't there. And the meeting on the Wednesday 24th of November. Well on the notes. I will so propose. You have a second, Helen?
Yeah.
All in favour? Thanks. Brilliant. Public participation, well there's no public here, is there? So 21, 22, 61, any notified planning panels? We haven't, have we?
No.
No? 21, 22, 62. Helen has done that. Not Helen, Nicola. Has done an updated sheet here, so if you wanted to have a quick look. Well, have you all got that one, haven't you? So you can
I did
look
see
at that.
by emails
But
too.
you all will. 21, 22, 63, number 1.
Chair, have we heard of we heard what's happening about five-rise locks?
No, I don't think so.
It's not okay.
This is up today, Dale, as far it is up to date.
Yes, it is totally.
So that's where we are, Dale. Everything
Okay,
on
thank
there
you.
is what Nicola's gleaned information. So number 1, 21 chassis 06151, 32, 34 Woodside Drive, Cottingley. Hip to gable extension, rear dormer extension and alteration to existing flat roof to pitch. Well, there have been objections, one by the daughter of the mother who lives there, who's 91, and another one, it overlooks, so both basically saying it overlooks their property, there's resulting in no intrusion, lack of privacy, is out of character with surrounding properties. 32-34 was converted from 2 semis into 1 by the previous owners a number of years ago, but it is actually empty at the moment. There's nobody actually living there, and they've already carried out some internal works with presumably with no planning permission. So I would like to recommend that we refuse this application on the grounds of overlooking, lack of privacy, out of character.
I'll second that.
Seconded Helen. Dale?
I'll support that.
Steve?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Chair, I do think we need to put details in. We've said 2 things there about this application, and both of those need to go to Bradford.
What do you mean?
Well, the comments
The comments.
rejected because of
Oh, these
Yeah,
objections have already.
overlooking.
The objections have gone to. I've got them off their website. They've already gone to Bradford.
Yes, but we're saying no, but we need to say why we're saying no. And both of those comments about
One was overlooking.
Well,
one
I'm
was
just saying
overlooking.
there.
It's loss of privacy,
Loss of privacy,
light,
overlooking,
overshadowing,
out of character.
yes, and those will go in the minutes to Bradford, will they?
yeah.
Well, yeah, they're going
That
on
will go
minutes
in our
tonight.
comments
Great,
from-
thank you very much. Just wanted to be clear about that.
Number 2, 21-06125, 16 and 18, Old Main Street, Bingley, re-roofing of existing dwellings. And Lewis doesn't have a problem with it. He's had a look at this one,
Well, I had a look at it online and
and I think it's okay.
don't see a
isn't it? Yeah.
problem.
I think we ought to make no comment because I don't think we're in a position to comment about the change materials from natural stone to real stone. So I should think we leave it for heritage people to deal
Well,
with.
the heritage people have said, didn't they, in the report, that
It was
you
acceptable.
won't be able to tell, and it was acceptable, and
Right.
that any street view or whatever is not you won't be able to tell the difference basically.
Right, so are we proposing for this, approving it?
I would approve it.
Okay,
Yes.
I'll second.
And I'll
I'm
second.
happy
All
to
in
go along
favour?
with that.
Thank you. Right, next one, number 3, 33 Park Road, Bingley, construction of single story rear extension. Another one for Lewis, and Lewis has said he doesn't see any problems with it whatsoever.
Actually, it's in my ward. I've had a look at it further. Just quickly looked at it. It's slightly odd that there's a shower going off the dining room, and there is actually a one-storey extension further up the street. So-
Yes, I used to live there.
Oh right.
We got
Oh.
the single-story extension. For
Did you? Did you? Did you?
So are we happy with
Yes,
approving it then?
Yeah.
yes.
Also propose then?
I'll
Second.
Going to second that? All in favour? Thank you. Number 4, 21/06232, 22 Ferndean Bingley, proposed 2-storey side extension. Helen,
Yes, I know,
no problems?
no problem with it. It's
Okay, good. Are you,
decent use of this space, I would
you
say.
recommending approval?
Sorry, can I
proposed.
just comment on that? Actually, we
Yeah.
did actually approve one for 16 Ferndean, and I don't know whether that got through or not. I can't remember. It's more than a year ago now.
Right,
There is no access now proposed from front to rear of the property. Are you with me? So there's
Because
no.
it builds
It's
to the
right.
party line.
It's built up to the party line.
Well, presumably they have to take lawnmowers and things through the garage and,
There isn't a
Yeah.
garage
well, through the accommodation.
through
So,
the accommodation.
yeah,
element, isn't it?
any garden waste and things like
Yeah,
that is goes through
absolutely.
the house.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, that's their concern, I would have thought.
so are you happy to propose that, Helen?
Yeah.
Approval? I'll second it.
It's their concern, is it?
Yeah.
All in favour? Yeah.
All in favour.
Number 5, right, these are the December ones that Nicola managed to save. 21/05047, West End Barn, 6 Wesley Way, Eldwick Garden Room. And David has put, there's no comments. The consultee have said heritage, no impact on nearby grade 2 listed building chapel, so he has no issue with it.
I'll propose it then.
Helen proposed, I'll second it, all in favour? Go. Number 7. 22 South Hill Drive, Gilstead,
I've got number
Bingley.
6, Chair.
Number
Sorry,
6,
I've
this
jumped.
is the
Sorry,
yes,
business
the Dowley
park.
Gap one.
Yeah.
Number 6, 5-6 Dowley Gap Business Park, Bingley, change of use from office to residential.
Yeah, this
creating
is one
temp-
you asked me to look at.
Yes, Steve, yeah.
So it's already been rejected once by
Yeah.
Bedford, and it's come round again, and I would recommend its rejection again
Yeah.
For the same reason.
On the grounds of,
Well, security, because it's a gated office accommodation. So unless they come up with some way of getting residents in there and out when it should be gated, so it reduces the security for all the other accommodations which they're
businesses, yeah.
letting. So that would be a
so
concern.
Steve is
That's parking
proposing
as well, isn't it?
refusal.
And also the drainage.
Yeah.
I mean, they want to put 10 flats in there, so you've got 10 toilets, 10 sinks and 10 baths and all that. So,
Yeah.
the drainage from the accommodation needs looking at. So I would say, it's not for us to approve it, but
No.
for us to say, yeah.
You're
I don't
refusing
think
it.
it's the right place.
I have a
but-
concern, Helen, in as much as the UKR,
Yes.
UKAR changed theirs, but they had a separate entrance
Yes.
to that. So I'm minded to say that this company needs to work harder to get a separate entrance and make it separate. Whereas in fact
Yes.
it's actually that one's a separate building. This is part of another
Yeah.
office.
Absolutely.
So you'd have
So-
a residential mixed up with office, and I don't think it was the intent.
I don't think it works.
So,
No, I don't think
so
And what-
can we
what
just
about
clarify that with Nicola? Steve is recommending refusal on the grounds of
of plumbing and site usage,
Drainage.
and drainage and site usage,
And security.
security, access, security.
Yeah.
Access.
Yeah, got security,
there's-
site usage, drainage.
And are you proposing that?
Hang on,
Stephen?
Hang on.
sorry, if I may, Chair. Also, if it's gated, which I hadn't realised, then there's a parking issue, isn't there?
Well, there's
Because you're
a
putting up-
parking space for
Yeah,
every
but-
one of these accommodations, but there's no guarantee that they will be available.
They're marked on the
They're marked,
on the plan.
but there's no one policing it.
No.
So they're marked, but if you came home at night and found an office worker in your car parking space, what are you going to do?
And the other thing is that the overflow from that business park before the pandemic, they used to come up and park at the bottom of Primrose Bank
Oh, they do.
and at the
yes.
bottom of Primrose Lane
Yeah.
on the bend there,
Correct.
which was completely inappropriate.
Yeah,
So there's already a problem with overflow parking
yeah.
when the place was working at normal strength.
Plainly, the landlord has an issue that he's failing to let the accommodation as a business use, and he's trying to
So
find other
what do you
use
want
for
to
it.
add to the? Yeah,
Can we
what do you
say
want?
that it's an inappropriate site for
Hmm.
housing?
Well, I think we can.
Inappropriate site, yeah. So on that, Steve, is
So we're saying inappropriate site,
drainage,
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 parking,
security.
access,
Security.
security.
Yeah.
which Steve is proposing. I'll second it. All in favour? Thank you. Number 7, 21/05952, 22 Southfield Drive, Gilstead. Construction of new single-storey side extension for a new toilet. This
I would
sounds-
approve.
approve.
Yeah.
Are you recommending approval, Helen? Are you
Yes.
proposing approval?
Yeah.
Do we have a second, Steve? Yeah. All in favour? Right, yeah, right. Number 8. That was already granted on the 31st of December, despite the fact that Nicola did get an extension and they have refused it, haven't they, Nicola?
Well, granted,
No, it's granted.
No, it's
granted.
been granted.
This is the one that's in the middle of nowhere. I went and found it.
Yeah, yeah.
It
This
should
is
be on your printout actually,
the
Howard.
one you asked me to go and have a look
Yes,
at,
it
and
is,
I
yeah.
found it. There's a gap in the Grange Park, Marchcote
Yeah,
Lane, and
Oh,
you
there.
drive through the gap, and then you're half a mile into a field,
Yeah.
and there's a farm with a bungalow on it. So any rear dormer is not going to be seen by anyone for miles.
but it's already been granted,
And
so
I'm not surprised.
Has it got an agricultural tie on it?
No, it's already a habitation, so it's a bungalow.
Yeah, you can have a bungalow, but it
are we recommending?
can have an
No comment?
agricultural tie on it.
An agricultural tie.
Yeah, it has to be occupied by you.
Oh,
Farmers
it-
got
it-
special planning permission to build properties on their land,
Oh, it might
but
be.
then it had an agricultural tie on it.
Because we've
Yeah.
approved one that was a really fancy one up
Yeah.
somewhere at Eldwick.
Yes.
It was for a farm
Don't-
worker, wasn't it?
Well, this is
Don't
just a
get me
dormer
going.
in the roof. This is a dormer in the roof. which
Yeah,
Are we
it sounds
recommending,
totally reasonable, doesn't it?
No comment then.
And
No,
anyway,
I'm
you're going to have
recommending
a.
Eh?
Oh, it's already been approved.
It's already approved, so we're
Yeah,
wasting our time
can't-
talking.
Just leave it, don't we? Right, number 9, 21/06035, 22 Grange Park Drive, Cottonley, 2-storey side extension and single-storey rear extension. Another one, Steve, that you kindly look for me.
Yeah, this was this is a corner plot,
Yeah,
quite
no,
a
it
big
is.
plot.
Yeah.
This is a big extension
Yeah.
which seeks to go all the way wrap around the house and have quite an extension out the back. However, it's a big corner plot, and I didn't have any problems with it, other than the fact of thinking, yeah, it's not going to look nice.
They're doing quite a lot on that road.
Yeah, I didn't have any. I think it benefits because it's on the corner and
Yeah.
it's slightly twisted on the plot, so it has that
And
space.
it's not
to
going to
go.
affect anybody else,
No,
is it?
no.
You know, really,
No.
it's.
I
Are
don't
you
think so. I would
proposing
recommend
with
approval. Yeah.
approval?
Yes.
I'll second that. All in favour? You. Are you alright over there, Nicola? Are we going? I'm not going too fast. Number 10, 21/06081, 20 Carnoustie Grove, Cottonley, first floor extension. Steve, the last one.
Well, again, Carnoustie Grove is a mix of older houses and more modern looking.
Yeah, there's a mixture.
Number
there.
20 is actually a bungalow sitting next to a two-storey traditional house. So what they're going to do is to put a complete new floor on the top of it,
Yeah.
and make it a traditional sized house. So again, I didn't have an issue with it. Looking at it, thinking, well, it will fit in well as long as they.
Were there not complaints from neighbours?
Yeah, there might well be. I personally didn't have a problem with someone making the house look like next door.
Yeah.
So I'm just
So
saying.
you're recommending approval then, Steve?
I am, unless anyone else wants to dive in and.
I will abstain in that case.
And I'll second it. Who's in favour then, Dale?
I'm going to vote with Helen. I haven't actually looked at it, so
So with 2 abstentions and 2.
It's a pass.
Yeah.
So is that a no comment?
No, it's
it's in favour.
in favour.
We're recommending approval of it.
Approval. Okay.
We'll see what Bradford do.
Number 11, 21/05841, James Walker, Morflex, John Esquith Road, Bingley, West Yorkshire, construction of lean-to structure to be used as storage. Lewis has had a look at this one, and again, he has put no issues with that at all. So unless anybody else has
I'll second that.
also approved that, those approval, do we have a second there? And all in favour?
Yeah, Helen seconded it.
Thank you. Number 12. 21/06175, Valley View Stables, Hart Lane, Elwick, detached dwelling. And David has put, where is it? Don't tell me I've cut it off. What's it called? Sorry. Yeah, it's this one, yeah. Drainage has some requests which, if we approve, should be part of the approval.
Yeah.
Large detached house set behind stables just up road on left from Chewett Lane, already significant development allowed over next questing centre. In my view, this addition would fit well in the setting even. So I think I will happy to quite approval that on the grounds of they take note of the
Drainage comments. Yeah.
drainage comments. So, propose
Yeah, I'm
that?
happy with that. I'll just
Second.
comment actually that the field next to it, between there and the park, is proposed for development. Am I correct, Steve?
Yeah, there's certainly in the long-term plan that's out for
Yeah.
consultation.
Yeah.
In the long-term plan.
On the fields on the left as you go up Heights Lane.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. So behind, there's a farm there. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
that's
2.
right.
Yeah.
So are we all in favour then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, number 13, 21/05979 for Mapleton Court, Hope Hillview, Cotton Lace, construction of timber, gazebo, structure and decking to front. Right, I had a look at this and they've done it without getting planning permission. They started it on the 22nd of March 21 and finished it on the 24th of March 21. I spoke to Mark Hutchinson saying, should this not therefore be a retrospective planning application? And he said no, they are allowed to put in an application in, and then when the planning panel determine whether they grant it or refuse it, and if it's refused there will be planning enforcement. So I don't honestly understand that.
Well, they'll
That
have to
means
take
they'll have
it
to take
down
it
if
down
it's
and put it-
refused.
put it-
No, I understand that, but I think what Howard's saying is he doesn't understand why it isn't a retrospective.
Yes, I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah, I agree.
understand that either, no. But,
So
I mean, I've looked at the photograph. I mean,
it's not a problem. I mean, I know
well,
where-
I don't know what the point of
I
it
don't
is,
know.
to be
know.
honest.
Beautification, isn't it?
I actually know
But
that
it
she's a
doesn't.
nurse at Yorkshire Clinic, and I know her. So,
It's
Uh,
beautification, isn't it?
Well,
so I will approve.
Pardon?
all right, if you think that's
Well,
beautiful.
it's not. I mean, how can you make those flats beautiful, actually?
Yeah. Well, I will approve approval.
Seconded.
Seconded.
I
All in
don't have a
favour?
view.
No, I'll abstain.
Helen abstain. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, a little bit in it.
So
Number
is that
4.
approved, yeah?
Hey, sorry.
Is that approval?
Yes,
Yeah.
I recommend approval. Steve seconded and Helen's abstained. Number 14, 21/06304, Eldon House, Oxford House. I'm not reading all that out, I'm sorry.
We know where they are.
Replacement of existing balustrades to external communal balconies and replacement of existing external screens to communal bin store areas. And
Sorry, that was the one I was talking about, Chair. So I got stuck with the last one.
And again, Lewis has no issues with that.
It's refurbishment of
Yeah, it's
ongoing
refreshing.
refurbishment
Yeah.
of properties, isn't
Of
it?
social
Sorry.
housing, and it'll look a lot better for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those were my comments actually in relation to this one, not the last
So
one.
I will propose acceptance. Seconded. Dale, all in favour? You?
It's good to see them doing something with those buildings.
Yes, it is, isn't it? It'll look a lot nicer, won't it? Number 15, 21/06289, JT Atkinson and Sons Limited, Morton Lane, East Morton, Keighley. Renewal of hard standing.
Does anyone know why this needed planning permission?
No,
I
I didn't.
think
in the-
reading all
is it
the
the
stuff,
canal?
I think it's because it's in the
The proxi-
conservation area and the heritage
proximity to
area.
the
Because
canal.
it's
It
right
doesn't
on
abut the canal, does
It's
it?
right on our boundary.
Yeah.
It is.
And
Yeah.
part of the building is, they believe, a warehouse from,
Previous.
back in the day.
It was.
Rachel put application for replacement of hard standing. Old hard standing is in poor condition, which has resulted in drainage issues. Proposed new materials will alleviate drainage issues and does not impact on the green belt. No comments, no issue with this. So
Can I say it's horrendous at the moment, as is.
yeah.
I use Atkinson's, and in the summer it's a dust bowl, and in the winter it's a marsh.
So-
Well, the heritage people have no problem
whatever
with
they
it.
do to it, it's got to be.
It's
an
got to be an
improvement.
improvement.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
that's
it,
true, but there's hard standing and hard standing, isn't there?
Yeah.
Some hard standing actually admits
This is clay. or
water
something, this
into
is
the.
just- yeah.
It's clay underneath, is it?
Well, it's clay sand, so it's got to drain. But I think what you're saying is you don't want it to be tarmac.
No.
Because, yeah.
I
So
don't
we,
think that's the proposal.
No, I
if you
don't.
read
I
the details.
I haven't read it that
it's
carefully.
the heritage people have no problem with what's proposed.
Yeah,
so-
So if they're happy, well, I would
Yeah.
propose an approval then.
Yes. Yeah. Seconded.
Thank you. All in favour, yeah?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Number 16, 21/06384, 31 Oakwood Drive, Conservatory to rear. Steve.
Yeah, this is another typical alteration to properties down that particular road. There's already a structure out the back. The hillside falls away, and this is a conservatory not going to be seen by anyone much. So I would recommend approval.
Steve is proposing approval.
Second.
Helen seconded. All in favour? Brilliant, thank you. Number 17 actually was the first one of the new year. We got the first one. 22/0001, 36 The Oval, Bingley, West Yorkshire. Single storey rear extension with roof windows. Garage conversion to habitable accommodation, internal alterations, external remodelling for windows and doors, timber back store and refuse bin screens, solar, electric array. And Rachel has put the following. What's Rachel? Where did I put- Oh yes, right, Rachel's put, right, the owners of this house want to build an extension to the rear of the property, which would be a new kitchen. The existing kitchen, which is on the first floor, would be turned into a bedroom. They also want to change the garage into living accommodation. Looks like next door neighbours may experience a loss of sunlight due to rear extension, but there have been no comments. There would be lots of car space, but it looks like the garage is too small for a car anyway, so she would suggest no comment.
Do we know where the solar electric array is? Is it going on the roof?
I don't know, Steve.
No, just be interested
I
in
presume.
that. Yeah.
I
I'll be quiet.
presumed that, but I don't know. It looks like quite a
Yeah, an extensive.
imaginative
Yeah.
remodelling of
Pardon
the
my
space
ignorance,
to
but
me.
where is 36? Where is the Oval?
The Oval, it's as you come along Kingsway,
Yeah,
past Canal Side,
yeah.
and then you have to go left, and there's Gloucester Road, I think it is, and the Oval's behind there.
Right, yeah.
And it was sort of old housing which has since been, some is still
Some have
there,
been,
and
yeah.
other is new, and they're sort of townhouses with
Yeah.
fairly long
Yeah.
gardens,
Yeah.
you know. And no, it just looked to me like quite a, as I say, an imaginative rearrangement of the
Yeah.
living space. It made
Yeah.
more sense. So
So we're proposing acceptance.
yeah,
Yeah. I'll second that. All in favour? Dale's got a smirk on. Thank you.
why?
R. Dawson, architect, 77 Villa Road.
Oh right.
Oh,
Oh well,
Richard
that'd be
Dawson. I wonder who Richard Dawson is. Do we know him? 212264, update on Green Hill. I know David noted on his email that he'd nothing new on either Green Hill or Milner Fields Farm or
What is
Valley
happening at Green
Incinerator.
Hill is, as you know, I'm sure you know, Chairman, is that the bridge,
Yeah.
Micklethwaite Bridge, is
Oh, yeah.
being converted to electric at the moment, and therefore the road is shut until February the 4th.
I did send you I forwarded you the email from the
Gotta be
Green Hill
electric at the
Action
moment,
Group,
isn't it?
didn't I?
So it's been hand operated.
Before Christmas. Did you see that?
Possibly you
Nicola?
did, Helen. Yes,
Take my word
Right
for
now,
it.
I don't
Well,
know.
then why do
I'll
I-
look.
I did forward it
yes, I
to
think you
you.
did. I think.
Which
two
was
lads
just
from Leicester
basically an
electrifying
update on
it.
it.
Yeah. I thought you probably did,
I'll
Helen.
check
And to
on
be
that.
honest, I've just.
There is a forward come out from Helen which said it's going to be a stay of execution for 15 years.
Yeah.
So we can.
I must have
avoid
read it because I remember
can
that
avoid
bit.
these.
I'm sure he's
You've not
in
seen
Yeah,
that?
you did see it, didn't
I read
you?
it,
Yeah.
Helen
No.
pushed out a thing from the
Yes,
Sky
it did.
Lane
From Richard-
Yeah, I did get it.
Richard
And I
Kuntz.
did.
Yes.
saying that he thought
I'll have a look
that,
at that, maybe
the
tomorrow.
struggle to buy it and the planning application things like that, he thinks will save for 15
Yeah.
years.
Wow.
Yeah.
But they've got
I'll
all the
check on that.
infrastructure in place because they put in new
The electricity, yes.
electricity.
Yeah. Well, that's
There you
it.
go. Well,
they haven't done any drainage or anything. They was trying to sell it, weren't they, to 2 or 3
14th
different
Right,
developers.
thanks.
And they've-
I have a feeling
Copped
I
out,
remember seeing it, but I will.
Yeah. So that was the update. That
That was the
was
update that Ellen kind of sent out. Yeah.
So that the changing the bridge has got nothing
nothing
to do with it.
Yeah.
And,
Furthermore, we have good reason to believe that this may be the case for the next 5 to 10 years. So that's because Redrow and Bellway have no immediate plans to further progress their planning application.
Interesting.
might get taxed for it, mightn't they?
Yes. Can I give you 2 further updates on 2 other subjects? The Lidl sign that I put in an objection to on the corner of
Oh yeah.
Ferncliff and whatever has been removed.
Yeah.
And the fitness sign in pink is still there.
Yes, it is.
So do we want to push that? And if so, do you want me to do it as a private individual chair?
I think there was a.
As a planning committee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there
well,
We
was.
objected to it, didn't we?
Yeah.
Well, we have pushed it, and I've actually gone back
They
to them to say,
got a date to have it removed.
yeah,
by.
they gave a date and they just haven't enforced it.
So it needs enforcing.
The
Do you
enforcement
just
thing.
want to say about Milner Fields, about the subgroup from the neighbourhood planning group?
Yes.
That's worth noting.
Yes, there is a subgroup from the neighbourhood plan talking about the conversion of the footpath, is it not?
Well, no, that's
Oh,
that's ongoing.
So I've lost the plot then on that one. I've
No,
slept since
well,
then.
you
So
set
why don't
up-
you do it?
The subcommittee is to push forward getting
with the-
Milner Field as a special,
Yes.
Oh,
a s-
yeah.
To work
an
with Alan.
area of special character.
Yes.
Am I right? That's
yes.
the right designation.
Yes. It's to pick up the load from Alan.
Yes.
And do it as a neighbourhood plan subcommittee as opposed to just Alan doing it.
Yeah.
Right.
Alan Murfield.
Alan
The other
Cattell.
one. Alan Cattell.
Right.
And
So
the footpath thing is, it all looked as though
Already-
things were
already
happening,
done. Yeah.
and it's gone quiet. But I
Yeah.
think it looks as
have
though
you,
that's.
we got that, Nicola?
What is the footpath?
The Village Society put in an application to have the Sparrow Lane and the coach road down to, like the South Lodge, recognised as
Designated as an official
as an
footpath.
official
Yeah.
footpath.
Okay.
It's taken them 5 years. to-
And it's been
to
on the
do it.
desk for 5 years.
And we have nothing about
The
the
incinerator.
incinerator.
No.
So that was
Apparently, I hear from my dear wife that they're planning to demolish the gasometers, but I don't know the truth of that.
Right.
Which is that site, isn't it?
Yeah.
The next meeting is the Tuesday, 8th of February at 6:30 in the hall. Thank you all very much.
Well, I hope you're better soon,
Are we
Howard.
done?
Yeah, it's just
Are you switching off?
yeah.